Party started, all right.
Okay, perfect.
So I'm Eric Roberts. I'm with My Insurance Guy. Thanks for coming. I have Sarah with LLS here from the LLS stands, I guess, for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Yep.
I got Shannon, who's running as Woman of the Year, and her partner in crime, Stephanie. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about leukemia and lymphoma, the impact it has, and then we're going to get into Shannon's involvement with the Woman of the Year campaign. So just some facts about leukemia and lymphoma. So we all know it's a form of blood cancer affecting every 3 minutes someone's diagnosed with it. And there's 1.3 million people that are currently have or in remission of some kind of blood cancer. So we have Sarah here. Sarah, tell me about your role with the LLS Society and what you tried to accomplish on a daily basis.
Of course. So I am the campaign development manager for our Man and Woman of the Year campaign that Shannon is currently working on right now. So what does that mean? What is Man and Woman of the Year campaign? So that is a 10-week fundraising competition. We have business professionals throughout the San Antonio area. We actually have our first Rio Grande Valley candidate this year as well. And they're all nominated by, their peers or mentors in the community to run for this campaign. They go through a nomination process, we prep them for everything, and then they build a team of supporters that will help them reach their goal. So each candidate has a different goal, and the main goal is to beat blood cancer.
So while I was kind of looking on the LLS website, lls.org, this is a national commitment.
Yeah.
I see that. I was looking at Shannon your Facebook page. There was a I guess a contest to get a donation from every state, and the impact is just nuts. So how much money is being donated, on the annual basis to this, great program?
Yeah. Because it's competition, we don't talk a whole lot about numbers during the middle of the competition. But we have a collective goal for our 11 candidates here in San Antonio to raise $900,000.
Man.
Yeah, almost right at that million mark. But nationally, I think there's 75 markets that, are participating in this. So every market does something a little different, but that 50 state challenge, that's something we're doing locally to, incentivize our candidates to get others involved. You don't know who you're going to know in another state that might make that $20, $30, $100 donation to your campaign just by doing a simple ask.
So I see on this, I pulled some fun facts from the LLS website. Started in 1949, invested more than $1.2 billion in blood cancer research. So I know you're relatively new at LLS. I just want everybody to know. I know you're relatively new. But do you know how this whole thing got started?
That's actually a great question. I imagine that it started with that need. We're at $1.3 billion now in funded research. But it's just that need that the thing about blood cancer, it's not easy to detect. You can't detect it early on to prevent. So what's the next best thing is we're going to funnel, money into research, into life-saving treatments and better treatments for patients. Without getting completely into it, but another thing that LLS is pushing for their mission last year, they decided that we're going to do a $100 million research campaign for a children's initiative. There's only 4 approved oncology drugs that are first tested in children. Only 4. Wow. And if you think about how many children are diagnosed with leukemia and lymphoma and other blood cancers, that's not enough. We really want to put children first, and about 80% of childhood survivors of blood cancer end up developing some sort of chronic condition later from treatments. So we need to do better. We need to do better for our kids. Those are just some brief things about it, but it's really making that difference and taking that survival rate, and we want it to be a lot higher. In the 60s, it was 5%. If a child was diagnosed with leukemia, they had about a 5% chance. Now we're closer to 90.
Wow. And it all starts with just research and investing. Yep. And we all know that research and time costs, take money. So
yes, it's
a great thing. I'm gonna wrap up with Sarah, about the LLS mission of to cure leukemia and lymphoma, Hodgkin disease, and myeloma, and improve the quality of patients and their families. And as we all probably know somebody who has been diagnosed or passed away from leukemia, and it's just as hard on the, it's hard for a family. It's not just as hard, but it's challenging for everybody, especially when you're a parent, with the child who's been diagnosed with leukemia. I mean, I could not imagine.
It's probably one of the scariest days of your life, and we want to be there to support in any way we can. And that's why patient advocacy and support is something that we also do, and have really great information resource center that patients can be a part of.
So our counterpart, Jennifer, who's not a part of this because she doesn't want to be, talked about all forms of cancer are started in the blood. So,
well, it's the research that we do that, looking at the blood has helped us find other ways to cure, or not cure, but better the research for other cancers. So if you really think about it, blood is a vital part of the human body, and a lot of answers can be found in the blood, and we've really helped other research. One that comes to mind for me is multiple sclerosis is something we talk about and something we've helped with just in our research.
Well, I mean, it's crazy how this whole thing just kind of daisy chains from one virus or disease to another. How it's all just kind of linked. So
we all have to work together to
Absolutely.
end cancer.
So, Shannon, I'm excited to talk to you and Stephanie. So you guys are you gals.
Y'all. Yeah, we're in Texas.
Y'all are one team of the, what is there? How many people running in San Antonio?
There's 11.
One of the 11 teams running in San Antonio. This to me, I over the last few years, and have got to know a lot of people who ran for LLS. I mean, rock stars, man. Like it is crazy the amount of money that people are raising, and I think whenever you're nominated as a woman of the year or man of the year, you pretty much, I feel like the red carpet rolls out whenever you get whenever you go to a restaurant. You're riding around in limousines and whatnot, because this group of people that you're now forever with and you're part of is just amazing. So, right. Shannon, tell me about your campaign and why you're doing this.
First of all, as I first started off doing team and training for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, probably me and my husband almost 10 years ago. And that was a little bit different. It was running and triathlons and stuff like that. And I met a very good friend, Mary Kay Cooper, and she nominated me she kind of gave me heads up as we were doing a run that she was going to nominate me. So she nominated me. And then from there, once I've been nominated, I have been just going back to reaching out to a lot of the people that I've done, team and training and stuff like that with. And then I kind of took a break from it, and then a year after that, my father-in-law passed away from cancer. So that whole entire year, it took a lot from me, it took a lot from my family, and during that year, I always in the back of my mind was saying, one of these days I'm definitely going to have to give back. And then right after he passed away is when Mary Kay nominated me. So then right then I was thinking, God must be telling me something to put it all together that way. So ever since then, I've been on a mission to, raise money for leukemia and making wonderful friends along the way and everything. So that's where we are today.
So how many weeks are we? We were 9 weeks or 8 weeks?
We're on week 8.
Yeah, so we have 2 more weeks. So 2 more weeks is where we're at.
So the past 8 weeks, what is this roller coaster like? Stephanie, please chime in.
Oh, I think it's so funny. When you said rock star, Shannon is like the definition of the term rock star. It makes me so proud to have her as a friend. She just, the way that her drive, her passion, and her compassion. I was telling y'all earlier that my kids first served the homeless because Shannon and her mom drug them to an event. And so this has been a part of who she is for a very long time. So it's been really fun. She asked me to come alongside of her and be part of her team. So I got to participate in the fundraising as well, and it's been good for me. It's amazing when you can connect people's stories and how many people just need to be asked and thought of, and then they get to tell the story of the loved one or the friend that they saw suffer, and to be able to give back in their name and out of a thought of them is just, it's touching for everyone. It's something that unites people in a really special way. So I've been honored to be a part of it. But yeah, she's going to do it. I think we're winning.
Good,
we have
good.
to be winning. I know you're not allowed
Nice
to
job.
say, but surely
I will
winning,
not make
right?
any eye contact.
We've been working so hard.
You
That
guys have
50
been-
state, we did win the 50 state
You
challenge.
did.
Can we
Right.
say that?
You rocked the 50
Yes.
state challenge. That was amazing.
And
That
is
was
a-
so much fun too.
Yeah, and it has been a lot of fun. And also one thing is, like, I have a daughter and stuff, and letting her see it, and Stephanie's kids and stuff see, that this is all for a good reason. Our kids are healthy enough, blessed to be healthy enough, and seeing other families that are going through their kids, going through chemo and going through that and being at the hospital. So I look at it and this is a little bit challenging for all of us to go and be making calls and getting donations, but nothing compared to what a lot of these families are going through. And that's really, what my big why, and waking up in the morning makes me think, I'm blessed enough. My daughter is healthy and she can go out and call people and ask for donations. And Stephanie, I could go over there and, be doing the jewelry and stuff with her and with all of us as friends and families and stuff, when there's families right now in the hospital, just hearing things, or getting phone calls. And one of my dearest friends right now is going through leukemia as we speak, and every Friday she has chemo, and she's even on my team, and she even apologizes, sometimes, like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do more, I'm going through chemo right now. So to me, I think that, as I'm doing it, there are some days that I'm like, oh, can we raise that much money? And we set really big goals, but then at the end of the day, I think, this is nothing more than a challenge that we all can do, and it's been a lot of fun too.
Well, obviously, we're,
Right.
we know each other pretty well.
Right.
You're a local San Antonio realtor. You have a network, and it takes a team to
Right.
accomplish this. Like, you're the face of your campaign. However, you got a team of great people behind you that's just pushing this thing forward. Because at the end of the day, the community is pulling together to drive these funds to the platform to help everybody in the event that somebody suffers through this.
And it is amazing how much support. I've had realtors that have ran in the past. I've had like a mortgage person, even over the weekend on a Sunday, that he's a very busy person, just calling saying, hey, girl, I got you. We got this. So it is a very big community that is pulling together. And I really, at the end of the day, I've met such great friends and great people, even Jennifer over there hiding, great friends and great people along the way that I could see us definitely being friends in the future of going through this.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
So, all right, tell me about. So we're 8 weeks into this. It ends. The campaign ends June 11th. All right, so we got some big upcoming events that we have to talk about.
Right.
So June 3rd, we have a clay shoot. Tell me about it.
So on the clay shooting, we need 40 teams. So if anybody wants to do some clay shooting, please do let us know. Right now we have 20 teams, but we need 20 more. So we're working on that. And that'll be on June 3rd at Almost Basin.
Perfect.
It'll be a lot of fun.
That's
Right.
the San Antonio Gun Club.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Right there by the quarry, right, conveniently located. I don't know if anybody's ever been there in the past.
Yeah.
If
It's
you haven't,
beautiful.
it
It's
is. It is
beautiful.
awesome.
And it's outdoors, so we're good.
Will there be any kind of auctions going on there, or any kind of raffles? I know in the past there's been some other stuff going on.
Oh yeah, there's going to be a very special auction. We are auctioning off this little fella.
Aw.
He's so sleepy right now. This is Benji. He is a mini poodle, and he was donated by Almost Famous Dog, a local breeder with impeccable integrity that I've known for over 10 years. She's incredible, and she had a buyer for this dog, but really wanted him to go to this cause because it's of course she has friends and family that have suffered as well. So she knew what she needed to do. So she donated this little guy, and he is going up for auction at the clay shoot. So highest bidder, she told us the last time she donated a dog, it went for 20 grand. So
Wow.
expectations are high.
Come on, Benji.
But yeah, like, you're going to have
You
to
can
wake
do
up
it.
for 20 grand.
Come on, champ. You can do it.
But
That's
yeah, he's
cute.
expected to be about 16 pounds, and he is at our house right now doing crate training and potty training. So
There you go.
he will come to his new owner with some good manners.
Hey,
That's like-
that has value in itself.
It does.
A potty
It
trained
does.
dog. It probably saved you at least a few $100 on some carpet cleaning.
Yes.
Like,
And
that's
crate
got value
trained.
in itself.
He's doing great with his crate training. Super smart.
So this go ahead.
Yeah, and then on June 5th, we're going to do a garage sale, and that's going to be at Living Spaces parking lot. It's just going to be from 8 to 12. So if you have any stuff you want to donate or volunteer, we're going to be doing that on June 5th. And then on June 9th, we're just going to do a pre-grand finale. There's going to be auction items, and we're going to have it at Beethoven downtown and everything.
Is that anybody's invited to that?
Anybody's invited to that one.
So June 9th, we got the pre-grand finale. Is it a silent auction or
It's a live auction.
a live auction?
And we're also going to do a virtual auction, all combined with that. Too.
All proceeds go to
Leukemia. It's going to be partial proceeds goes to Leukemia Lymphoma Society on that one.
perfect. Regarding the skeet shoot, you got 20 teams now. How much? There are teams of 4.
Correct.
And then what is it? What is the cost for it?
It's
going to
be $600 per for a team of 4.
Or
Awesome.
150 per person. And I think we can take some individuals as well and cobble together a few teams. So if you don't have a full foursome, you can come and we'll plug you into something.
Awesome. Well, perfect. So how do we donate to Shannon?
So Shannon actually has a personalized fundraising page. And then I believe that she also is working with supportforlife.com to donations for her page. But she does have one through the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, a personal page that she can take donations.
Perfect. So what we're going to do is that we're going to put the links whenever we get done.
Yep.
We're going to post this video. We're going to put the links on the pages. We're all going to share this, right?
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
then so go to the links to donate because you never know whose life it's going to save. So
We would
anything
love
I
your
forgot.
support. No, we would love your support and donations, and we look forward to having fun at the clay shooting event. It's going to be a lot of fun. So,
And it's just such an honor to share this burden with the people who are suffering, the families that are suffering, and confused and scared. And when we can all come together and share that, it's what makes life worth living.
Yeah,
You know?
you're not alone.
No.
You know what I mean? Like you're not alone in this fight. And, like you talk, especially like with your friend.
right.
You're not alone. We're gonna do everything we can as a team.
Yeah, and I kind of look at it like we're healthy enough to do that.
Right.
So we're going to do our very best
Yeah.
to make a difference. For the ones that are weak right now, will be their strength, and that's how I look at it.
Amen.
We're gonna help them fight their fight.
Yes.